Hello, and welcome to the Gordon C. Getchell Auditorium for the opening night players production of Christmas in Pinetree Corners. Please note your exits to the right and left of the stage and at the rear of the theater. At this time, please silence your cell phones and other mobile devices. While we're still in these unprecedented times, please be sure to wear a mask and distance yourself from others at all times for the safety of our audience, cast, and crew. Due to new safety regulations, all on-stage cast members will be performing without masks. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
There's something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem.
Big brother, I've been looking for you. Will you please write a letter to Santa Claus for me?
Well, I'm talking to...
You write it, and I'll tell you what to say. Oh, hello, my sweet Babu.
I'm not your sweet baboo.
Do you want me to write the letter or not?
Yes, of course. Dear Santa Claus, how have you been? Did you have a nice summer? How is your wife? I have been extra good this year, so I have a long list of presents that I want.
Charlie Brown! I can't believe it. She must think I'm the dumbest person alive.
Come on, Charlie Brown. I'll hold the ball and you kick it.
Kick it? You'll pull it out and I'll land flat on my back.
But Charlie Brown, it's Christmas.
I wouldn't do it, Charlie Brown.
Big brother, what about my letter?
Kick the ball, Charlie Brown.
What's that?
Tell Santa Claus if it's easier, he can just send money.
Come on, kick the ball, Charlie Brown.
It's a green man. Don't you see him?
Don't be ridiculous, Charlie Brown. There's no such thing as a green man.
Charlie Brown is right.
Well, now you're both seeing things.
Right over there.
You see?
Not you too, Sally. It is a green man.
What do we do? Run!
Stop! All of you! Why have you summoned me to this strange place?
We didn't summon you.
Then who did?
I don't know.
Can we go now?
Not so fast. What do you call this place?
Pinetree Corners.
And what have you done with the Who's?
What are who's?
Who's are Who's?
Who's our who's?
The Who's from Whoville!
Is everybody from Whoville green?
No, just me. It's a long story. There's one!
Oh, get away from us! You're too dusty.
Don't think of it as dust, think of it as dirt from past ancient civilizations.
Just look at yourself. You're a mess.
These are Who's!
Mr. Grinch?
It is I, Cindy Lou. So they have summoned you to Whoville as well?
Yeah, me and Linda Lou Who and Lulu Who and Boo Boo Lou. Where are we?
As far as I can tell, these strange creatures transported us.
We're the strange creatures. Ever look in a mirror?
Don't interrupt me while I am speaking, annoying one.
Why, I ought to give you a knuckle sandwich!
Thank you, but I just had roast beef. Now, as I was saying, they call this land Pinetree Corners.
What a curious world this is, isn't it, Who's?
Yes, indeed.
And I blame these oddities for our abduction.
But it wasn't our fault.
And we're just as confused as you are.
Aw, now what?
Oh, just what we need now!
My snowman doesn't sing.
Happy birthday!
Or talk.
Who are you?
Frosty the Snowman!
No doubt Frosty the Snowman.
We thought about calling him Harold, or Marshmallow,
Or oatmeal.
but we settled on Frosty.
And this is my friend Karen. She brought me to life with this hat.
That is my magic hat, and I want it back.
Professor Pinkle, we've been all over that. What's more important is to find out where we are.
Pinetree
Corners! But how? Just a few moments ago, we were dancing down Main Street in Armonk singing Frosty the Snowman. Then whoosh, we ended up here. Frosty
We get the picture!
Charlie Brown Christmas when all of you showed up.
And what is that?
Why, it's America's favorite holiday special, starring me as the Christmas Queen.
I beg to differ. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas is easily America's favorite holiday special. Right, Who's?
Yeah!
I agree with Mr. Grinch, and I'd make a better Christmas Queen.
Excuse me, but Frosty the Snowman is the best holiday special ever made. And I'd be the best Christmas Queen.
No, you guys.
You're
Have any of you seen my Red Ryder Turbo Action 200-shot range battle air rifle? I can't find it anywhere. Don't ask about the bunny suit. My aunt made it for me, so my mom's making me wear it.
There are no air rifles in Pinetree Corners, or pink bunny suits for that matter.
This isn't Hammond, Indiana?
No! And we only listen to jazz music here. Hit it, Schroeder!
Can everyone be quiet? Please? Snoopy. Thank you. We need to focus on the problem at hand here. Something must be amiss in Cartoon Land if all of America's favorite holiday characters are dropping into Pinetree Corners.
My sweet Babu is right!
Not your sweet Babu.
Oh, no, there are more of them.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Are you all misfits too?
Charlie Brown is.
So, where are we?
Pinetree Corners!
Don't tell us. You're America's favorite holiday special?
Exactly. I'm Rudolph, star of Rudolph the Rednose Reindeer.
And I'm Hermie. I want to be a dentist.
Ho, 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 ho. We are Santa's elves. We are Santa's elves.
No doubt you're Santa's elves.
My, you look like you could use a dentist. Let me take a look.
Another step, and you'll cease to exist.
So, does anyone know how we can get back to Christmas Town?
Or Whoville?
Or Monk? Or the Island of Misfit Toys?
We don't know.
All we know is we were in the middle of telling our story about the true meaning of Christmas when all of you showed up.
The true meaning of Christmas? Well, that's the point of our story, and I'm certain we tell it better. Right?
You got it, Mr. Grinch.
Better than Frosty the Snowman. Impossible.
That's right, Frosty.
I still think it should be called Professor Hinkle and the Snowman.
The name could use a little work.
It's just an idea!
Well, excuse me, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is Christmas? Isn't that right, Elf?
It appears I may have caused some confusion as to why you have all ended up in Pinetree Corners.
Santa! I just finished my Christmas list. Would you like to hear it?
Wonderful, Sally. Just hold on to it for now. Now, as I was saying, I feel as though I have a bit of explaining to do as to why you have all ended up in Pinetree Corners.
Finally, someone who knows what's going on.
Now, unfortunately, the network has only given 1 hour of airtime for all of the holiday classes.
That means only one of our stories will be seen.
I know.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
I've already said the Grinch is far superior to any other tale.
Excuse me, but Frosty the Snowman is best?
Any of your stories have a magical reindeer or an abominable snow monster?
Or a hip jazz score?
Quiet down, my friend. You cannot figure out which holiday classic will be played in the hour, then it'll be filled with an infomercial.
An infomercial? Not an infomercial.
Good luck and Merry Christmas!
Well, does anyone have any ideas on how we can solve this problem?
We choose the Grinch!
Does anyone have any good ideas?
We could always share our stories and then vote on which one best represents the holiday season. Those in favor?
Aye!
Those opposed?
Nay!
The ayes have it.
And the peanuts will go
first. Nuh-uh, we should.
No, us.
Don't forget about Rudolph.
I have 5 reasons why we're going first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you can go first.
I like this girl.
Now, our story began when I asked Charlie Brown to direct our Christmas pageant, starring me, of course, as the Christmas Queen. Okay, kids, take your places.
What a mistake asking Charlie Brown to be our director.
This will be the worst Christmas play ever.
We're doomed.
Then I shall take the reins.
Ah, I love theater.
You two stay out of this.
Charlie Brown, you may begin.
I still think I should direct.
As you know, we're going to put on a Christmas play.
Can I be in it?
All the roles have been cast.
Are you sure? I'll play anything.
This is our story, elf, so back off.
Sorry, elves can be a bit excitable.
Now, due to the shortage of time, we'll get right to work. I'll keep my directions simple. If I point to the right, it means focus attention, stage right.
Which one's stage right?
Stage right.
Got
If I point to the left, it means focus attention, stage left.
it. Got it.
If I make a revolving motion with my hand, it means pick up the tempo.
Got it.
It's the spirit of the actors that counts. It's the faith they show in their director. Am I right? I said, am I right? Stop the music! We're going to do this play. We're going to do it right. Lucy, pass out the scripts.
Frida, you're going to play the innkeeper's wife.
Do innkeepers' wives have naturally curly hair?
You ask that every year, and I always say yes. Pigpen, you're going to play the innkeeper.
I can play an innkeeper.
Pigpen will do it. Shermie, you're going to be the shepherd.
I'm always the shepherd.
I could be the shepherd.
No, don't do it. It's a curse I have to live with.
Snoopy, you're going to have to be all the animals in our play. First, we need a sheep.
I can be a sheep. Bah.
Snoopy can handle it. How about a cow?
Moo.
I'm not talking to you. A penguin?
I got this one.
That's a chicken, Elf. Snoopy, show him how it's done.
Oh,
Why, I ought to slug you.
Hey, mean little girl, I suggest you add the Grinch.
And I can play Frosty.
and I'll be Rudolph.
None of you are in the Christmas pageant.
Well, that's a mistake.
Linus, you're going to play another shepherd. And Sally, you're going to play his wife.
How perfect!
Oh, good grief.
I can play the shepherd.
Linus will do it.
Rams.
Okay, Mr. Director, the cast is set. Take over.
All right, quiet, everyone. Jeremy, play something to set the proper mood.
Classical, contemporary, funk, jazz?
Just play what you always play.
No, 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 cut the music. We're going to do this show and we're going to do it right.
That's right. What about my part? What about the Christmas Queen?
I'd make a wonderful Christmas queen. So would I.
So would I.
Where did you get a part of this group? What is happening?
Who are you? I'm Clara. I'm the Christmas Queen.
You're beautiful.
I know. Sweetheart, there's only room for one
this show, we're gonna need something to set the proper mood. I know! We need a Christmas tree!
That's a good idea, Charlie Brown. Why don't you go get one and take Linus with you?
That's exactly what I'll do. Come on, Linus.
Wait just for a moment. You consider this the world's favorite holiday special? I was starting to doze off.
Well, we haven't gotten to my part, so there.
Despite that, Miss Mouth, your story seems far inferior to the story of how I stole Christmas. Right, Who's?
You got it, Mr. Grinch. Come on, Who's. Let's show him how a true holiday classic is done.
All right. But first, we need some scenery.
Use anything you like.
Okay, we'll use the doghouse for Mountaintop Home and bring down that booth and stool. Get everything else out of here. Come on, move it, people. We have a classic to perform. Cindy Lou, you may begin.
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot.
Sure, people, form a circle to play more Who's. Hurry! Now sing.
Christmas time is
Hold on, is that the only tune you know?
my favorite.
Cindy Lou, demonstrate to these amateurs what a true Christmas song should sound like.
Bahu forest, Bahu dores, welcome Christmas, bring your light. Bahu forest, Bahu dores, welcome in the cold at night.
Bahu Forest, Bahu Doris. What kind of Christmas song is that?
Whovian. Whovain?
May we continue? Okay, it's from the top. Everyone sing. Oh, skip the song! Cindy Lou, you may continue.
The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right.
Or maybe perhaps that his shoes were too tight.
But I think the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
Do you have anything smaller?
No.
But whatever the reason, the Grinch stood there on Christmas Eve staring down from his cave, hating the Who's.
Oh, I hate the Who's! I hate their stockings. I especially hate their mistletoe wreaths. Oh, and tomorrow's Christmas. I must stop it from coming.
For tomorrow, he knew.
All the Who girls and boys would leave bright and early. And they'd run for their toys. And then, oh, the noise! The noise!
The noise!
Noise!
Noise! Noise!
Oh, that's the one thing I've hated.
Whoa! Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Quiet, Icy Cube. It's part of my character arc. Continue, Who's.
The noise! Noise!
Noise!
Noise!
What is that horrible sound?
That's our teacher. She said to keep the noise down.
Anywho, and then the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast. They'd feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast. That is something I cannot stand in the least.
And then they do something he liked least of all.
Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand and the Who's would start singing.
Could we sing Frosty the Snowman instead?
That would be perfect.
Not for Whoville.
Then Rudolph the Rednose Reindeer. A spectacular idea.
No! We are going to sing. Bahu Forest, Bahu Doris, welcome Christmas, bring your light. Bahu Forest, Bahu Doris, welcome in the cold at night.
Bahu Forest, Bahu Doris, welcome Christmas, bring your light. Bahu Forest, Bahu Doris, welcome in the cold at night.
Now, the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the angrier he got.
I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop Christmas from coming. But how?
Oh, that's not very nice.
Right. We should be spreading joy.
And not stopping it?
Take a seat, all of you.
One thing. I can't sit down.
Shoo-shoo. Now I must take a moment to get back into character. Ah! Oh, 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 oh.
grabbed a red thread and tied a big horn on the top of his head.
Then he loaded some bags.
And some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh.
And he hitched up old Max.
Snoopy!
And he hitched up old Snoopy.
Then the Grinch said,
Giddy up!
and the sleigh started down to the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town.
All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air.
Can we get some snow, please? Thank you.
I love snow.
Now all the Who's were dreaming sweet dreams without care.
And he stopped at the first little house on the square.
This is stop number 1.
Then he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney.
A rather tight pinch.
Oh, I'd probably get stuck.
Quiet, Ice Cube!
Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue where the Who's little stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings are the first things to go. Then I slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room, I took every present.
Pop guns!
There are no pop guns in Pinetree Corners.
And bicycles!
Or bicycles.
Roller skates.
Only ice skates. Drums?
Only piano and bass here.
Checkerboards?
None of those either.
Then he slunk to the icebox.
And I took the Who's feast. I took the Who pudding. I took the roast beef. I cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. I even took their last can of Who hash.
Oh, I'd like to try the Who hash.
Keep dreaming.
Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee.
And now, I will stuff up the tree. I need a tree. This doesn't work without a tree.
I have the perfect one!
Oh, no, please, not that tree.
Here it is!
You call that a tree?
Well, it's better than nothing.
I must. So I grabbed the tree and I started to shove. When I heard the small sound like a coo of a dove.
Coo, coo.
Then I turned around fast and I saw a small Who. You're not exactly a small Who.
Work with me.
Lucy, get this elf off my set.
It would be my pleasure. Move it, Elf, or you'll get a knuckle sandwich!
Like I was saying, I turned around fast and I saw a small Who.
Little Cindy Lou Who.
Who was not more than 2.
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
Why, there's a light on this tree that won't light up on one side. So I'm taking it back home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there and then I'll bring it back here.
And his fib fooled me, and he patted my head, and then sent me to bed.
Oh, when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, I went to the chimney and I stuffed the tree up. Is this really the best tree you have?
It's all we had!
It's pathetic!
Mr. Grinch.
Perfect.
Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses.
It was 1/4 dawn, all the Who was still abed.
Although Who's still a snooze.
When he packed up his sled, packed it up with our presents, 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
Oh, the Who's are just waking up and finding out that no Christmas is coming. And I know just what they'll do. The Who's down in Whoville will all cry. Oh, and that's a noise I simply must hear. What's that? It's a sound, but it's not sad.
Rudolph the Rednose Reindeer.
Not that song! It was starting to grow. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing, without any presents at all. I hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came, somehow or another, it came just the same. How could it be so?
It came without ribbons. It came without tags.
It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe perhaps it means a little bit more.
And what happens then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
And the minute his heart wasn't feeling quite so tight, he whisked with his load through the front morning light.
Brought back the toys.
And the food for the feast.
And I myself carved the roast beast.
It certainly has a wonderful message.
And that's why we're the most celebrated holiday special of all time. I would say the problem is now solved. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas will be the holiday special this year.
But you haven't seen the magic of Rudolph the Rednose Reindeer yet.
Or Frosty the Snowman. Well, can you hurry it up? We don't have all day. Then we'll go next and show you why we should be chosen as America's most beloved holiday classic.
Not only is our story full of Christmas spirit, but it carries an important lesson as well. Right, Karen?
That's right, Frosty.
Even when the sun was beating down on me and I thought I was gonna melt, did I ever just give up?
No, you didn't, Frosty.
I kept going. I was persistent.
Yes, you were.
What you're forgetting is that without me, there would never be a Frosty the Snowman in the first place.
Well, he's got a point. It was his hat.
It was his hat. He threw it away.
What do you mean?
It'd be better if we just show you. Everyone, take your places for the school scene.
Can I be in this?
There are no elves in Frosty the Snowman.
Are you sure?
Only kids.
That's us.
Thus, our story starts on Christmas Eve when our teacher hired Professor Hinkle to entertain us for a Christmas party. It wasn't very good.
I disagree.
Then why'd you throw your hat away in disgust?
It was all Hocus Pocus's fault.
Anyways, after the party, we went outside and built a snowman named Frosty. You're up, Frosty.
Oh, coming.
That's when Professor Hinkle's hat flew down Main Street. I said that's when Professor Hinkle's hat flew down Main Street. Professor Hinkle, throw your hat.
I don't want to.
You have to. It's part of the story.
But it's my hat.
You threw it away.
I didn't really know it was magic.
Professor Hinkle.
Fine.
Anyways, as I was saying, that's when Professor Hinkle's hat flew down Main Street. I, of course, because we needed a hat, picked it up and put it on Frosty's head.
Happy birthday!
That's when we realized Professor Hinkle's hat really was magic. So we told him. Our story picks up there.
Magic! You think my hat is magic? Preposterous!
That hat brought Frosty to life. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, right?
Yeah, I saw it too. The hat is magic.
I didn't see it.
That's your cue line, Frosty.
Happy birthday!
It is magic. Then I must have it back. With this hat, I will be a billionaire magician.
Hey, that's not fair. That hat brought Frosty to life. Now look at him.
My hat didn't bring Frosty to life. You silly, silly children.
Please, you have to believe us.
Silly, silly, silly.
We know you're real, Frosty.
Happy birthday! All right. Come on now. What's the joke? Could I really be alive? I mean, I can make words, and I can move.
Get to your point.
I can juggle, I can sweep, I can count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 9. Well, I can count to 5.
That's quite an accomplishment.
What do you know? I'm even ticklish. In fact, I'm all living. I'm alive. What a neat thing to happen to a nice guy like me.
Help! I dropped my hat! Has anyone seen it? I need it for my, act.
I haven't seen it anywhere. Maybe you should check the playground over there.
All right.
But Frosty, this has nothing to do with never giving up.
Yeah, I thought you said you were gonna teach us about, oh, what's the word? Persistence.
Charlie Brown, I think you mean the word persistence.
Rats!
We haven't gotten to that part yet.
Well, can you hurry it up? We still need to finish our story.
We sure will. Since I couldn't stay in Armwood forever, Karen volunteered to take me by cooler car to the North Pole where I would never melt.
We took the train as far as it went, and then we set off on foot.
And on our way, a blizzard struck. And little girls don't do well in blizzards. Karen, I've got to get you all warmed up, or you'll be a goner. Maybe I can light a fire.
We can't risk it, Frosty. Let's just keep moving until we find someone who can help me.
Oh, how about the Marines?
I don't think they come up this far north.
Oh, I know. How about the President?
Probably not, but they were both swell ideas, Frosty. But we've got to find someone nearby.
Huh? Oh, I know! Santa Claus! Yeah, Santa Claus. That's a great idea! Why didn't I think of that before?
It's too late for Santa Claus!
He's been following us!
What did you expect? You took my hat, and I want it back! Or else!
Or else what?
Well, don't bother me with the details. No, give me that hat!
Grab my hand, Karen! I think I see a greenhouse. We can hide in there. It's got to be all warm and snug for all those Christmas flowers to grow so beautiful. That way you can warm up. Only a little. Besides, I've been meaning to take off a little weight anyway.
Now I've got you. And the moment you're all melted, the hat will be mine!
Frosty's gone.
Good. Now give me my hat.
Don't you dare touch that hat!
Santa Claus!
And what if I do?
If you dare lay a finger on the brim of that hat, I'll never bring you a Christmas present ever again.
Never?
Never.
Oh, that's not fair! We evil magicians have to make a living somehow!
Now, I want you to go home and write, I am sorry for what I did to Frosty 100 zillion times. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll find something in your stocking Christmas morning.
What about Frosty? He was my friend.
Oh, Karen, Frosty's not gone for good. He was made out of Christmas snow, and Christmas snow can never be gone for good.
It can't?
Oh, no. It might go away for almost a year at a time and come back in the forms of summer and spring rain. But you can bet your boots that when a jolly December wind kisses it, it'll turn into Christmas snow all over again. Let me show you. Now come on, Frosty. We're all waiting for you. Happy birthday!
sure is. But my story teaches you to always be true to yourself.
No offense, Rudy, but nothing beats the Grinch's Slow Christmas.
Our story's about a bunch of misfits. I think you'd like that.
Are you calling me a misfit?
I call them as I see them.
Well, the only way to prove that our holiday special is the best is to show it.
I agree. Let's start at the top.
So, you know how Santa has these flying reindeer to pull a sleigh?
Yeah. You've probably heard of Dancer and Prancer and Comet and Cupid.
I think so. And Donner and Blitzen? Of course. Yeah. But have you heard the story of Rudolph the Rednose Reindeer?
Then we'd better get started.
It all started a couple of years before the big snow.
It was springtime, and Santa's lead reindeer, Donner, had just become a proud papa. The only problem was his son Rudolph had a big, shiny red nose.
So, Donner decided to hide Rudolph's nose, so one day he'd make the sleigh suit.
For the first year, Rudolph's parents did a pretty fair job at hiding his, non-conformity.
Donner taught Rudolph all the ins and outs of being a reindeer.
Like how to get food.
Or how to fight off enemies.
But most important of all, Rudolph's parents taught him to beware of the abominable snow monster of the north. He's not here.
Did anyone see him?
Not me.
He must still be in Christmas Town.
We need a snow monster.
Oh, idea! Frosty, will you fill in?
Well, I don't know. What's his character like?
Well, he's mean, he's nasty, and he hates everything to do with Christmas.
Oh, I can't do that. I love Christmas.
He's just the acting, Frosty. Everyone knows you love Christmas.
All right, in that case, I'll do it.
Now, back to our story. Most important of all, Donner taught his son to beware of the abominable snow monster of the north.
Roar!
A bit meaner, Frosty.
Roar!
I tried.
It'll have to do. Now, all the elves of the North Pole were busily making toys for children all around the world.
Elves have that certain knack for toy making.
All except for this one misfit, Hermie.
That's me. I just can't seem to make toys. I'd rather be a dentist. I've been studying. It's fascinating. Incisors, molars, bicuspids. Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. You can't fire me. I quit. Seems I don't fit in. Such is the life of an elf.
Meanwhile, Rudolph was having his growing pains too.
He didn't like hiding his nose from the other reindeer.
Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. Just because my nose glows. Why don't I fit in?
Feeling as if they didn't belong, the two decided to leave the North Pole to see where they would fit in.
But on the way, they ended up in the same snowbank.
Oh, is this your snowbank?
No. Who are you?
I'm Hermie. I'm a dentist.
A dentist?
Well, I want to be someday. But for now, I'm just Hermie the elf. But I don't need anyone. I'm independent.
Yeah? Me too. I'm whatever you said. Independent.
Say, why don't we be independent together?
Well, you wouldn't mind my red nose?
Not if you don't mind me being a dentist.
Oh, it's a deal, Hermie. And I'm Rudolph.
These two didn't know what they were getting themselves into.
The world seemed a lot more complicated and dangerous than it had seemed when they were safe and warm at home. And then, they ran into the abominable snowman.
Frosty, you're up.
What do I do?
Chase Hermie and Rudolph, but let them escape.
Got it. Come here, kids. I'm mean. Happy birthday.
Somehow, Rudolph and Hermie managed to escape and ended up on the island of Misfit.
I'm with Charlie in the box.
I'm Spotted Elephant.
I'm a face with wheels on its
I'm an air pinna.
I'm a cowboy riding an ostrich.
I'm a water thistle that's first jelly.
I'm a rock.
Although the island was full of misfits, Hermie and Rudolph couldn't stay because they weren't toys.
We were told that
Unlike playthings, a living creature cannot hide himself on an island. But perhaps, being misfits yourselves, you might help the toys here.
And remember, a toy can only be truly happy if it's loved by a child.
So we promised to tell Sam about all the misfit toys once we made it back to the Christmas town.
But I had to leave the island of misfit toys because I couldn't endanger Hermie's life anymore with my shiny nose.
Now, the Abominable kept Rudolph on the run. Frosty, that's your cue.
Happy birthday!
He doesn't say,
Happy birthday!
he chases Rudolph.
Happy birthday!
Not again! No!
Luckily, Rudolph was faster than the Abominable Snowman, so he always escaped.
This sometimes gave him time to make a friend or two. I like your nose.
Thanks!
Would you like to see me dance?
Yeah!
Doesn't this girl know any other moves?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Have any of you seen my Red Ryder Turbo Action 200-shot range model air rifle? I still can't find it. I know what you're thinking. The bunny suit could have at least not been pink. But it was a gift, so my mom made me wear it, and I didn't have a choice.
No!
Get out of here.
But the friendships wouldn't last long, and Rudolph would be on his own.
But during all that time, a strange and wonderful thing was happening.
Rudolph was growing up, and growing up made Rudolph realize something quite important.
You can't run away from your troubles. I have to head back to Christmas Town.
Welcome home, Rudolph.
And I came home too.
Welcome home, Hermie. So Hermie and Rudolph told their stories, and people soon realized that maybe they were a little harsh on the misfits.
Rudolph, I'm sorry for the way that I acted. I promise, as soon as this storm lets up, I'll find homes for all of the toys on the island of misfit toys.
And what about me?
And yes, Hermie, you can open a dentist office.
Oh, here's the latest weather report, sir. The storm won't subside by tonight.
Looks like I'll have to cancel Christmas.
Santa, are you sure?
Everything's grounded.
Oh, the poor kids.
They've been so good this year, too.
Most of them, except for...
Not now, Mr. Grinch.
I just can't chance it. This weather is just too... Rudolph, tone it down a bit. I mean, that nose of yours. That beautiful, wonderful nose of yours.
Huh?
Rudolph, Christmas is not off, and you're gonna lead my team.
I am?
Yes, you and that nose of yours.
My nose?
Yes, from what I can see now, we'll cut through the murkiest storm that they can dish up. What I'm trying to say is, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Oh, it would be an honor, sir.
And that's exactly what happened. Rudolph was not only able to guide Santa to the island of misfit toys, but led him all over the world.
Now, folks, as for the rest of the story,
I went down in history.
You know, sometimes I feel like a misfit.
So do I.
me too. Happy birthday.
I think we all have.
Wait, but that doesn't prove that Rudolph's the best holiday special.
Well, let's finish ours and then we'll vote.
For once, you're making sense, little brother. Everybody, back to your places. Now, our story left off when Charlie Brown and Linus went to get the tree for the Christmas pageant. Are you ready, Charlie Brown? Linus?
Let's do it.
We're back!
Boy, are you stupid, Charlie Brown.
What kind of a tree is that?
You were supposed to get a good tree. Can't you tell
say no.
I told you he'd goof it up. He's not the kind you can depend on to do anything right.
You're hopeless, Charlie Brown.
Completely hopeless.
Rats!
You've been dumped before, Charlie Brown, but this time you really did it. What a tree!
I'm sorry, big brother.
That was mean. Even by my Grinchiest standards.
Well, you tried your best.
This is so sad. I'm starting to melt.
There's something wrong with me, Linus. Everything I do turns into a disaster. I shouldn't have picked this little tree.
You know, it's not such a bad little tree.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Then I'll decorate it.
Yeah.
And I'll show them it really will work in our Christmas play.
Yeah.
I've killed it. Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
You know, it's not such a bad little tree. All it needs is some love.
Oh, that's all it needs.
Let's all help.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown is a blockhead, but he did get a nice tree.
I'd steal it.
What's going on here?
Oh, but they all were. How will we ever choose one over the other?
Right. They all represented the true meaning of Christmas.
Ours show the importance of love.
And the Grinch taught forgiveness.
Yeah.
Frosty showed faithfulness and perseverance.
Oh, and Rudolph taught us the importance of acceptance.
So maybe we don't have to vote.
He's right! If we all work together, then all of our stories can be part of the network's hour-long Christmas special this year.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, but we still need an ending for our show.
How about we sing a song together?
Yeah!
Frosty the Snowman?
No, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
How about Rudolph the Rednose Reindeer instead?
I have a better idea. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
Wish
you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.